how long does it take to darken the page? Well, longer than I thought. Hey, wait a minute. What if we could simulate this on the computer? Okay, let's go.
We only need one thing on our computer. It's a text editor for coding. The most popular one is Visual Studio Code. Very straightforward to install. Once it's installed, we can create a new folder for our random.dots project. Our project will have 3 files, HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So we create those files. It's possible to put everything in one file, but it makes things confusing. There's a little trick. If you type HTML5, it will automatically fill all the tags for you. It's always a good idea to test our page, which starts blank, and then to add some modification to make sure it's working. A red background, for example. The style is supposed to go in a separate file. So we are doing the CSS separately now. If you don't know the syntax, you really don't need to memorize it. You can copy paste it from a Google search. The default brown color doesn't look brown to me, so I'll get one from a color code. It looks better. We need to put a white canvas on our brown background. The canvas will simulate our sheet of paper, so we need to make sure the dimensions have the same proportions with the A4 format. It works, but we want to center the canvas. So here again I'm browsing the internet, but be careful, there are some old code and I want the one using the Flexbox standard. We need to create a div wrapper around the canvas. To align vertically, we need to add the 100% property to the body and the HTML element. Finally, our canvas is centered. Now we can start the most interesting part, drawing the dots. There are different ways to do it, but we'll use the technique which draws the fastest to the screen. It uses a mapping with an array. This example needs some update because it's a bit old, but it's drawing 3 little dots, little red dots. So we'll add the JavaScript first with this syntax. And as you can see, the dots are very small. We need to zoom to see them. We'll create a new function to draw a wider square, so it makes it more realistic with more pixels. So we draw a square of 5 pixels and 5 pixels wide and 5 pixels high. So we're using a double loop for this. And the result will be a black square. If we zoom, it's a black square. We can make it more realistic with adding round edges. So we add some pixels on the top. I can see it makes a round edge on the top, and we will do the same on the right, on the bottom, and to the left. So that our point is more cute. And we can even add more realism if we add some randomness. It means we won't draw exactly the same point every time. So we'll grab a random function on the web first, so it's ready to use. And let's say that 60% of the time we'll add the 3 pixels on the top edge, and 60% of the time we will add the 3 pixels on the right, and so on for all the edges of the square. And now when we refresh the page, the dot is slightly different every time. Yes, we are done with drawing the dot. So we are almost done now, because all we have to do is to repeat the process of drawing one dot and another after another one. Let's start by drawing the dot at a random location on our canvas. We specify the coordinates x and y. And as you can see, every time I refresh the page, the dot appears at a random location. Now we just have to repeat this process of drawing it as many times as we want. Let's start with a loop of 10. And here they are. We can of course add more dots, and as you can see, the program is capable of drawing those dots blazing fast. Like, no matter how many dots we ask, we get them in less than 1 second. we can try the number until it's totally black. Now, wouldn't it be cool to slow down the drawing? To have some pause between each dot? This is a little tricky, but very useful, as it's the same method for any smooth animation in JavaScript. So I will be copying an example at the Mozilla website. We need to adapt it to get rid of their custom code. In fact, we just need to keep the timestamp variable. The way it works is this function name step will automatically be called 60 times a second, and inside the function we decide what to do every let's say every 500 milliseconds. In our case, every half of a second we will draw a dot. So we copy paste the draw point call. And we also create a, a counter so that we stop calling the step function after it reaches 10, for example. And after drawing the dot, we should not forget to update the canvas, or we won't see any visual difference. And here we are, the 10 dots are drawn with half a second pause between them. Let's try to draw them faster with decreasing the pause. The fastest you can get is with the value -1. And as you can see, it's actually not that fast because it cannot go faster than 60 dots a second. But there's a trick to make it faster. For example, if we want to make it 3 times faster, we'll just copy and paste it 3 times. We will test with 20 times faster, so we better to create a loop function for this. And there it is. So we have it, our random dots program is done. And this is the magic of programming. You can tweak the numbers and make it as fast as you can, as you want.